This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is 4:27 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. A big week for Indiana casinos, two of them opening up their live table gaming.
Yes, this was a new law that went into effect here in our state. And so basically what this means is they can have these live table games now at these two Indiana casinos and making them a little bit more competitive with other casinos in the region. People were going out of the central Indiana to go do these live table games, and so now they're hoping that this keeps the money and the people here. So we'll be looking into this a little bit more. Kelsey Anderson will have more details coming up, but this is a change in the new year.
And if you still have time off this week and you're headed to one of those casinos, maybe to burn a little bit of your holiday cash, our Alyssa Donovan is here with us to let us know what the weather is going to be like. Another unseasonably warm day ahead.
Yes, so temperatures today are going to climb almost into the 50s. We're expected to be right around 49 degrees, which is above average for this time of year. Some areas to the south will definitely hit the 50s today. So it is going to be an unseasonably warm day. We're going to see partly sunny skies. We'll start with a little bit more sunshine this morning and then a little bit more cloud coverage by the afternoon. Winds are going to be a little gusty today as well. So you'll notice that as you step outside. That's just ahead of a system that's going to come in late tonight. That's going to bring us some rain. This is the first of 3 systems in our 7-day forecast that's going to bring us a little bit of precipitation. One of those is going to bring us the potential of some accumulating snow. So it is going to start feeling more like winter again as we approach the weekend.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much.
All right, a story that we have here in the new year has to do with a business that is south of Indy. It's been a long-time Franklin resident. Now they are in Martinsville, and they announced that they are closing their doors to the public of their storefront. So this came as a shock to a lot of people who follow them, love them. They kind of call them the Chip and Joanna Gaines of the South Side. They just have a really crafty, unique style. But they are talking to us in the new year about why they made this decision and why they hope that you kind of rethink your priorities and put family first.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see that story, Lauren. And finally, we are taking a look at the bowl game for tonight. If you're already not footballed out from all the football that there has been over the past few days, IU taking on Tennessee. We are going to take a look at what the Hoosiers are up against tonight as they are headed to the Gator Bowl. We'll have that story plus much more, including more weather and traffic, as many people may be heading home after a very long couple of holiday weeks here. So we'll have all that coming up for you, plus more on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
One person is dead and a child injured after a crash involving an Indigo bus. We have the latest on that crash investigation. Plus,
this was about creating opportunities for the citizens of the state of Indiana.
New games and new jobs now open at 2 central Indiana casinos. A look at the impact live table games could have in the Hoosier State.
And IU is gearing up for tonight's big bowl game, how they match up against the Tennessee Volunteers for this year's Gator Bowl. 4:30 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up early with us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. We have Alyssa Donovan with us here this morning, breaking down our forecast, our first show in 2020.
Yay.
And bringing us some warmer weather.
It's exciting. We are going to see those temperatures very warm to start our year. We are above average right now. We're staying above average throughout the day. It comes with a bit of a price, though. We are going to see that rain move in tonight, but not until tonight. So we do have a dry day on tap with just that potential of rain coming in later. 43 right now in Indianapolis. Some spots a little cooler in the 30s, but most of us are starting fairly warm this morning. Usually this time of year we should be in the 20s. So we are definitely above average today, and we are going to stay above average as we head into the next few days. What's going on right now is we have a low pressure system to the south of us. That's going to start to move up as we head through the day, and that is what's going to bring us the potential of some showers overnight. But for most of the day, we'll just see see a little bit of a mixture of sun and clouds before those clouds really move in by the afternoon. And then we will start to see that low pressure system creeping in to the southeast counties later tonight. And then that will continue to spread as we head overnight, bringing us the potential of showers overnight and into tomorrow morning. The heaviest rainfall totals are going to be expected along those southeast counties, really to the south of I-74, looking at the potential of an inch of rainfall in those areas. Most of us, though, will only pick up about a quarter inch of rain overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Temperatures today starting in the 40s, climbing close to 50 degrees. It's going to be a warm day, but there are cooler days in the 7-day forecast. All of those details in just a few minutes.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Here is a live look right now at traffic up on the north side, I-465 and Keystone Avenue. You can see traffic there is moving along up to speed. We'll have to see how busy it gets. Maybe some people are still off for the rest of the week after the holiday, but a lot of you are heading back to work, so we're expecting to see a few more cars out there on the roads. Let's take a look over here on the east side, I-465 and I-70. This interchange moving along smoothly. The good news right now, no crashes to report around the metro area.
This morning, we are working to learn the circumstances surrounding a deadly crash involving an Indigo bus. Police say a bus and car collided at East Michigan Street and North Davidson Street downtown just after 3 Wednesday afternoon. The driver of the car died after being rushed to the hospital. A young child riding in the car and a passenger on the bus were also injured. They were taken to the hospital and are listed in stable condition.
A man is in custody after he allegedly stole a clerk's car at a Columbus gas station and cut her with a knife. The incident happened early Saturday morning at a Get-Go station on County Road 450 south near I-65. Columbus police say that 29-year-old Josie Kiesling of Noblesville grabbed a clerk outside of the gas station and cut her while taking her keys. He then took her car and led police on a chase on I-65. Kiesling was later stopped and faces multiple charges, including robbery with a deadly weapon, battery, and auto theft.
The start of a new year comes with new laws. One of those laws means horse track casinos in Anderson and Shelbyville now have table games with live dealers. Our TV6's Nicole Griffin went to Harris Hoosier Park, where large crowds and a celebrity kicked off the change.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them roll.
Indiana Pacers star Victor Oladipo was one of the first people in the state to roll the dice on the craps table with live dealers at Harris Hoosier Park in Anderson.
Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you for letting me be here and experience this and be a part of something that improves the state of Indiana.
Harrah's vice president of operations says this marks a culmination of 10 years of trying to bring table games to Anderson. In place of electronic tables, you can now play games like blackjack, craps, and roulette with live dealers.
They looked like it. They felt like it. We even had live dealers that couldn't touch anything other than putting cash in and Tito's out and high-fiving people when they had blackjack. But now, this is it. It's the real deal.
It's a change leaders hope will attract more people to Hoosier Park in Anderson and Indiana Grand Casino in Shelbyville.
We think that people are going to come from, all over the state where they might not have come before for live table games. It definitely is a draw for other people.
It's going to add a whole new dimension and a whole new aspect of entertainment and fun to the casino. A lot of people like the live dealers, and you can see around here today, everybody's excited.
Herbert Hillman from Gas City normally drives to Michigan to a casino with live dealers, but now he can play in Anderson.
It makes a lot of difference, but I'd go back up there if it wasn't for this. Yeah, we would probably went up there today. And a live person is a lot different. You know how to bluff them. You know how they play. Computer, you don't. It makes a lot of difference.
The change to live dealers is also helping put Hoosiers to work.
This was about creating opportunities for the citizens of the state of Indiana.
Out of the table games alone in Anderson, they've created 220 new jobs with potential to expand and add more tables at both locations in the future. Working for you in Anderson, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Nicole, thank you. It is 4:36. Mayor Joe Hogsett and city county councilors are now sworn in for duty. Democrats flipped 6 city county council seats back in the November election, giving them a 20-5 advantage. Judge Sarah Evans Barker presided over the ceremony New Year's Day at the Indiana Landmark Center.
The elections that have brought you here to this day reflect our community's shared confidence as well as hopes that you will together figure out ways and find paths that will lead to economic prosperity, as well as an atmosphere of civility and equal justice for all.
At the ceremony, Mayor Joe Hogsett also talked about the fight against violence in our city. Police say for the first time in nearly a decade, a number of homicides has gone down. IMPD says there were 152 intentional homicides in 2019. That's 6 fewer than we had in 2018.
We must stay the course in our core belief in community-based violence prevention. And we must specifically focus on broadening the scope and the reach of our peacemakers, our neighborhood partners, and our faith-based allies.
And new IMPD Chief Randall Taylor released a statement saying, in part, quote, "This small victory is a notable one, but the fact remains that just one homicide in our city is one too many. Today, as we begin a new decade, let us all recommit ourselves to working together to make Indianapolis an even safer place to call home," end quote.
Indiana is now expanding state mental health services using Medicaid funds. The federal government approved the funding this week. It will be used to pay for short-term care for patients admitted at mental health institutions. Funds have previously been authorized for inpatient substance abuse treatment under the Healthy Indiana plan. With 1 in 4 people with mental illness also having a substance abuse problem, the state says the new waiver will help offer full continuous treatment to those Hoosiers. The waiver also extends the both services through 2025.
IU is getting ready to hit the field tonight as they play in their first bowl game since 2016. They face the Tennessee Volunteers in Jacksonville for the Gator Bowl. The Hoosiers are 8-4, while the Vols are 7-5 on the season. But Tennessee does have a 3 straight bowl game winning streak going. The Gator Bowl is set for tonight at 7 p.m. That's on ESPN.
More military reinforcements are being sent to Iraq as attacks continue at the U.S. Embassy. Why President Trump is blaming Iran for the chaos.
And Illinois began the new year with legalized marijuana. Still ahead, the restrictions the state has if you try to purchase that drug from out of state. Alyssa.
And we have another warm day on tap. Those temperatures well above average. Also some rain in the forecast. I'll break down everything you need to know coming up.
Doors were even there.
Welcome back. Here is a live look right now at traffic in the downtown area. No problems at I-65 and I-70 at the North Split. We'll keep our eyes on the roads and let you know if there are any crashes or delays to slow down your Thursday commute.
The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad on high alert after protesters launched a dramatic attempt to storm the compound. Now President Trump is deploying new reinforcements to the Middle East. ABC's Inez de la Catera has the latest.
Overnight, hundreds of additional troops deploying to the Middle East. More than 700 soldiers from the 82nd Airborne Division in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, making final preparations and boarding a plane.
They're pretty motivated, and they want to get out there and find out exactly what we're doing so we can make it happen.
Heading to Iraq and bracing for a possible 3rd straight day of clashes outside the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad.
I'm just, preparing for the worst of it.
More than 100 Marines have already been sent in. On Wednesday, they fired tear gas to disperse the crowd after the roof of a reception area was ignited. Protesters eventually forced to withdraw. It was the 2nd day of a siege that began after weekend airstrikes by the U.S. reportedly killed 25 members of a militia group backed by Iran. Those U.S. airstrikes coming in retaliation for an attack by that militia group that killed a U.S. contractor. The president holding Iran directly responsible for the chaos and threatening payback. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo canceling his first official visit to Ukraine to stay in Washington and monitor the situation. Tweeting overnight, spoke today with Iraqi Prime Minister al-Mahdi, who agreed that Iraq would continue to uphold its responsibility to keep U.S. personnel secure and would move the Iran-backed attackers away from the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Will continue cooperation to hold Iran and its proxies responsible.
Tensions with Iran have been at an all-time high ever since
President Trump got rid of the nuclear deal and increased sanctions on Iran. Many worried the situation here will only continue to escalate. Inez de la Quintera, ABC News, Washington.
At 4:44, former NBA Commissioner David Stern has died. According to the National Basketball Association, Stern died as a result of a brain hemorrhage that he suffered roughly 3 weeks ago. He led the league for 3 decades, helping the NBA's popularity to explode with the help of stars like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. During his time, he also oversaw the creation of the Women's National Basketball Association. David Stern was 77 years old.
Recreational marijuana is now legal in Illinois, and the state's lieutenant governor was one of the first in line to make a purchase. Juliana Stratton joined hundreds of people at a Chicago dispensary Wednesday morning. Some started lining up 2 hours before the business opened. There is a limit to how much Illinois residents can buy of each product, and for those from out of state, that limit is cut in half. The law says only those 21 and older are allowed to purchase and possess marijuana. Thousands of low-level marijuana convictions are also expected to be expunged in the coming months. Illinois is now the 12th state in the country to legalize recreational marijuana.
At 4:45, a Michigan woman's house came crashing down New Year's Eve because of an eroding coastline. The home was set on a bluff overlooking Lake Michigan and landed on the hillside just above the lake. Emergency officials say the woman was not inside the home when this happened. The house had been teetering on the edge since this past summer. Local lawmakers decided not to intervene. The area is now blocked off, but the neighbor's home is also in danger of crashing into the lake.
Wow.
Yeah.
High winds in Colorado blew an Amazon Prime delivery truck off the road, nearly causing it to flip over. You can see the back of the trailer sway as wind gusts push it from side to side when a stronger wind forces the trailer out of its lane and into the median. The guardrail was taken out, but no one was hurt. There was a high wind warning in the area with some winds reaching up to 80 miles an hour.
It's crazy.
Back here at home, though, we have some calmer weather ahead of us and some unseasonably warm temps, Alyssa.
That's right. Today is going to be a warm day. Those temperatures climbing close to 50 degrees across the area. We are going to see a bit of a breeze here as well, not nearly what they saw in Colorado. We're looking at wind gusts close to maybe 25 miles per hour throughout the day. And then we do have that potential for rain. That's moving in tonight. That's going to start in southeast counties and then spread to the north as we head overnight tonight. And then we do have the potential for snow this weekend. Both of these are coming from the same system that's going to move across the area over the next few hours, or the next few days, I should say. We're starting in the 40s this morning, 43 degrees in Indianapolis, 41 in Kokomo, and 45 in Bloomington. You can see those winds are already a little bit breezy out of the south, close to around 15 miles per hour. So we are going to see that breezy day today with those winds sustained around 15 miles per hour and those gusts close to 25 miles per hour, especially this afternoon. What's going on right now is we have this low pressure system building to the south of us, and those winds are going to help bring in some of that warm air throughout the day today from that system as those winds shift out of the southwest. And then we are going to start to see that system move into the area later tonight. We're going to start with just some clear skies this morning, and then we are going to build in a little bit more cloud coverage as we head into the afternoon. We'll start to see those cloudy skies right around the noon hour, and then we'll just continue to see that build. By the evening, that's when we start to see those rain showers to the southeast, really along I-74 in areas to the south. You'll start to see those this evening, and then the rest of us likely will see those showers overnight tonight, lingering into your Friday morning. Midday Friday, we're going to see a little bit of a break in this system, but by that time we have already picked up about a ½ inch of rainfall possible, especially right here in Indianapolis with those higher totals to the southeast. And then by Friday night, we're going to see the next wave from that system move in. And what that's going to do is bring us the potential of a rain-snow mix with the potential of some accumulating snow. Now, none of those models are really lining up quite yet, but we do have one that seems to be the outlier that shows maybe an inch or two of snow accumulation. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that and let you know what we're expecting as we get closer to that snow event. As we head through the day today, we're starting with those temperatures in the 40s. We'll see those clouds build in throughout the day, temperatures climbing close to 50 degrees with that potential of rain coming in this evening for southeast counties and then spreading overnight. So you will be waking up Friday morning with that rainfall in the forecast, with that potential of rain and snow coming in overnight Friday and into Saturday morning. So if you have any travel plans Saturday morning, just be aware we could see some slick conditions out there. And then we are going to see a little bit of a break before we see more chances of showers by Tuesday.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic from our INDOT traffic camera. This is over on the west side, I-465 near the Sam Jones Expressway. Traffic already picking up at this early hour, but it's moving along just fine. Let's take a look at our traffic now map, planning out your drive if you're heading in from the east side using Interstate 70. In the westbound lanes, it's a 10-minute commute from Post Road to I-65 at the north split. No pressure there. So let's take a look in the downtown area, I-65 here in Fletcher Avenue. Our view there, you can see between the north and south splits, everything is traveling up to speed.
A right-wing conspiracy theorist is being fined nearly $100,000 in a lawsuit for fake stories over the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Alex Jones is being sued by victims' parents for defamation after he allegedly posted false statements on his InfoWars website. In his post, Jones claimed that the 2012 shooting was staged. 20 children and 6 adults were killed in the attack. As punishment for disobeying a court order, the judge instructed him to pay thousands in legal fees. A jury trial is scheduled to happen before the end of 2020.
A Michigan college says we should ditch the term quid pro quo in 2020. Each year, Lake Superior State University asks the public to submit words or phrases that they're just tired of hearing. Quid pro quo was at the top of the list after President Trump's recent impeachment. The Latin term means exchange of favors. The list also included artisanal, influencer, living my best life, and totes, short for totally. Several baby boomers said the term okay boomer should also be scratched from our vocabulary.
The Marvel movie universe is expanding with plans to introduce a transgender character. The Marvel Studios president, Kevin Feige, said he did not name the character or said which movie it would be in, but he did say it is a movie that is in the studio shooting right now. Feige also says Marvel's goal is to be more diverse and inclusive.
American Girl doll's latest doll is making history. Still ahead, the story behind the first American Girl with a hearing aid.
And 4 Hoosiers are recovering after being hurt in a Florida boat crash. New at 5, how a witness is describing that frightening incident. It's 4:51. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Citizens Energy Group.
It is 4:55. Here's a live look right now. Traffic on the north side, I-465 at White River. You can see traffic here is pretty quiet this morning. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any delays that might slow you down on your Thursday morning commute.
The latest American Girl doll is a surfer and the first one ever with a hearing aid. Joss Kendrick is a 10-year-old from California who likes surfing and cheerleading. The company's president says that she also has a congenital hearing loss. She was born deaf in her left ear and wears a hearing aid. American Girl has already offered hearing aids separately, but Joss is the first to have a hearing loss as part of her story.
Well, the force is strong with a small city in Oklahoma thanks to a new mural of Baby Yoda. The artist spray painted this mural in downtown Ada. As you can see, it features the newest Star Wars phenom holding a can of spray paint. It took the artist about 2 hours to create over the weekend and still plans to add more to the mural. He says he did it to promote the arts to young people. All right, here at 4:56, we want to bring in Alyssa Donovan and talk about our forecast, as this is our first forecast of the new year.
Yes.
And it's a pretty good one, other than some rain showers.
Right. So we are going to see today is a pretty nice day. Mostly sunny to start. We'll see a little bit more cloud coverage build in as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures will be right around 50 degrees, so we are well above average once again. By tonight, we do have those rain showers moving in. Those are going to stick with us for the first half of Friday as well, and then we're going to see a little bit of a break midday Friday from the wet weather before another wave from the same system comes in Friday night into Saturday morning. That's going to bring us the potential of a rain-snow mix on Saturday. We could even see a little bit of snow accumulation, and we'll see a little bit of a break on Sunday and into Monday.